Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of August 18th. If you're new here, my name is Sydney, I'm the Tarot Guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If you have a question you want to ask the cards, you'll find information on how to get a private reading below. And if you want to learn how to read the cards, you'll find information on my beginner's course below. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Tarot de Marseille with Lapis Lazuli, the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot with Sunstone, and the Morgan Greer Tarot with Aquamarine. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one, and as always, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, Group 1, let's see what we have for you for this week. That should be good. Okay. Let's see here. Pyramid placement looks good. All right, Group 1, I'll see you. Oops, well, I guess I'll lock it in. All right, I'll see you right now. This energy is actually pretty cool. Now, obviously, with the amount of mono-human cards in here, it's almost all that except for these 2 cards. There's a strong, interpersonal vibes theme to this reading. Now, the specific flavor is that of, it's like a rookie scoring a goal in a rookie scoring their first goal of the season or whatever in their career or something like that. And it might not necessarily be a goal because the Ace of Swords is, more associated with the intellect. However, as the only, well, one of the only non-human cards here, it's kind of obvious that it's an initiation of something, and it's fitting that it's right next to the Page of Cups, which is marching towards it, right? And given what I often do with readings like this, I'm basically, and the amount of non-person cards that are in here, I'm gonna do the thing where I break it down for each person. And I actually have the same thing to say to these 2 guys, which is the Page of Cups, you're very well surrounded for this. And I'm saying this directly to the Page of Cups and also to the King of Swords because I know that the King of Swords knows this because he's, the element of, he's the king of the element that these 2 cards are. And as a matter of fact, he knows it so much that he's kind of looking past the ace, like, okay, he's got this, I can focus on this 10 or whatever, which is kind of related to the Knight of Wands here. It's a very similar, actually, I guess the Knight of Wands benefited by hearing me say this because you're kind of related to this and you're very well equipped to flank. Because well, I guess this is true for the King too, but the Knight of Wands is, ambiguously faced in the sense that everything is facing this way, but the heads are facing that way. So yeah, you're kind of covering both sides, which is a fitting job for a knight, And I think I don't think the priestess is actually in the reading. I think the priestess is more a nod to how the Page of Cups has been well prepared to march towards this illumination and clarity or whatever that's alluded to by the Ace of Wands. So yeah, it's actually a pretty good mix of energy. So yeah, if you liked your reading, please give this video a like. And you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead to your oracle card reading. I'll see you there. Group 2, 2 cards flipped over while I was shuffling. The King of Wands reverse flipped over pretty blatantly. And I got a little peek of the 3 of coins. So it might mean something in the reading, it might not, but I like warning about those things, or at least mentioning it, because I know. Okay. There, 3 of coins showed up in the reading. Okay, don't panic. I already have a pretty good sense of what this is. I don't think I'm going to pause for very long. Just a moment. That should be pretty good. All right, let's see how long it takes. I'll see you right now. That was longer than I thought it would be, but regardless, the overall vibe, it's like a first test of a team out in the field or whatever. The newness is reflected by the fact that we have ace, deuce, 3, 4. So these are very low numbers. And oh, also, yes, the 3 of coins showed up in your reading proper, even after the little peak that it came out while I was shuffling. But I can't help but see the King of Wands reversed and these 2 reversed wands here. So that's how I kind of see him showing up. And I think that overall, I think that this is looking like either this team or a collaborative effort rising to the occasion, or getting valuable lessons from failing to rise to the occasion. Because this King of Swords, given the cards surrounded by it, could really be either one. And especially, that's also reinforced by the Ace of Coins at the bottom of the deck here, underpinning the entire reading. So whatever this seed is, whatever this opportunity is, it could be either in the vanquishing of this tower reverse, which I'm reading as an alleviated version of the tower. Or it could be getting wrecked by the tower reverse and learning something really valuable in the process. And after all, isn't that a win either way? If you like this reading, please give this video a like. And you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. Group 3, let's see what we have for you for this week. Okay. Wow, I kind of like this. We'll see. Let's see. That looks good for you, and I'll see you right now. Group 3, this is actually a really interesting reading because it's difficult for me to sum up whatever this is. And the fact that I even worded it this way is a clue. But it's difficult for me to... Because the reason it's difficult for me to even wrap my head around what this message actually is because I realize really quickly that even if I understood it crystal clear, it would be difficult to convey, for me to convey it to you without sounding like that stereotypical hippie guy character who sounds like what he's saying is really deep, but it's really just a bunch of platitudes. And, because after all, we're just spinning on a giant, on a tiny little marble through space or whatever. And once that character / stereotype appeared in my head, it was very difficult for me to see past it. But I'll hint at what pointed me in that direction in the first place, because that could be helpful. So first of all, it's about what's surrounding the hangman here. 5 plus 5 is 10, 9 plus 1 is 10. And also the opposites between the 9 of Cups reversed and the Hierophant versus the Ace of Cups and the 5 of Swords. There's some real, there's some real tricky energy to this. And I think that the tricky energy that this is warning you that this week is going to throw at you, basically, is that it's the recognition between threats and opportunities. There might be difficulty because this guy's upside down. There might be difficulty. He's upside down, but he's upright. The card is upright. You get what I mean. Anyway, the you know the opportunities versus the threats versus the if you want to learn the lessons, there's going out there and getting it and fighting for what you believe in. But sometimes there are lessons in failure and delaying the thing that you think that you're after. And the King of Swords has basically been silently nodding along. What he adds to this underpinning the reading is stay frosty, and yeah, it's again, it's difficult for me to elaborate. First of all, this is a collective reading, and second of all, I don't really feel like hitting you with a bunch of like the kind of person who watches tarot videos probably hears enough of, well, sometimes what looks like the worst thing was actually the best thing, and I'll spare you that. So yeah, you're welcome. If you like this reading, please give this video a like, and if you wanna skip ahead, you can. There we go. All right, let's see what we got for the Oracle card portion. This should be good. All right, let's go. Group A, your card is the Heart Chakra. Very interesting considering the tarot portion. Actually, extremely interesting considering the tarot portion. The message under it reads, the frequency of the Heart Chakra, Sorry, let me start over. The frequency of the heart chakra, the gross flower of life, the green flower of life. Geez, what a Freudian slip. Supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. That's again. I've pulled this card before, and that's the most interesting question. There. A very direct and blatant reminder to come from a place of love for this week. Continuing the text, the healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. So I'll just reread the first part. The frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. There we go. Group B, your archetype is the trickster. Of course it's the trickster. Holy shit, it's looking like one of those weeks. The light attribute is transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. The shadow attribute is manipulating others through duplicity. This might be a shock for you guys, but I'm somewhat familiar with the trickster energy. And manipulating others through duplicity, sometimes that includes yourself. So yeah, but yeah, I like the the risk of the risk of this comes with the power to transcend conventions. So I guess think about things differently, but don't go crazy. Group C, your card is Nephritim with a message of completeness. Okay. Here's the thing. Given all the readings, I can see how a risk factor for everyone would be making mistakes by coming from a place of lack. And I think that this is a reminder that you're enough and to try to hold on to that this week. That would be just remembering that you're enough would be a simple way for you to avoid making unforced errors. Boom. Group D, your card is Libra, balance. This is a bit on the nose. As a matter of fact, for one of the groups, I'm sorry to repeat myself, but let me just ponder this for a sec. I think I'm going to have to hit you with platitudes, but I think the most helpful platitudes would, there's the you win some, you lose some. There's also you can't sometimes get it all. Sometimes something's gotta give sometimes. And what else? Yeah, I think those are the main platitudes that are invoked by this given the tarot portion. And that is how we're ending. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give this video a like. Hope you have a great week. Take care. I'll see you soon.